يبقى هنا مسألة، وهي ما لو قدر أن العامي عرف بأن الفقهاء قد اختلفوا، وعرف أن فقهاء زمانه لكل واحد منهم رأي، فماذا يفعل؟ نقول يرجح بين المفتين بحسب 3 صفات. أولها العلم، فيعمل بقول الأعلم، لأن قول الأعلم أقرب لأن يكون هو الشرع، ويعمل بقول الأكثر، لأن قول الأكثر أقرب لأن يكون هو الشرع، ثم يعمل بقول الأورع الذي يكون أكثر ديانة وورعا.
So it may be the case that a general person from the general masses, that he comes to know that there's difference of opinion amongst the fuqaha as it relates to a specific issue. So what should he do in that case? Then the Shaykh said there are 3 ways whereby a person can try to ascertain which is the opinion that seems to be closest to the truth. There are 3 ways that he can try and ascertain this. The first way is by way of him choosing the saying of the one who is most knowledgeable out of those scholars. For indeed, that which is accompanied with more knowledge is that person will be more closer to the truth. That is more than likely going to be the better explanation. As it relates to the second way that a person can try and ascertain what's closest to the truth is by way of the majority of the scholars. The position of the majority of the scholars. This is for the general person. And he can choose the majority of the scholars, for indeed, that where there's more of something, it's usually, one would expect that to be the correct position or the correct explanation. And the third way whereby a general person that he can ascertain as to what seems to be closest to the truth is by way of the one who is awra', the one who has more piety and more fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
يبقى مسألة أخيرة، وهي أنه لا بد في من تعتمد على قوله من المفتين أن تسمع قوله مباشر، لأن النقل قد يحرف المنقول من جهة، ولأن الله عز وجل قال فاسألوا أهل الذكر، ولم يقل فاسألوا من يسألهم، ولم يقل خذوا بأقوال من مات منهم، وإنما تأخذ بقول من سألته مباشرة.
And the Shaykh went on to mention that as the last issue, the Shaykh wanted to advise us that the one that you must, in relation to referring to that scholar, then the one who depends upon the saying from a particular scholar or of particular scholars, that he must hear that saying directly. أو قراءة يا شيخ أو قراءة من كتبهم. لا. That the Shaykh said that he must hear that verbally from those scholars, because by way of a naql, by way of narrating the saying of the scholars, it could be the case that the sayings of the scholars are altered. Their sayings are changed or altered by way of narrating those sayings of the scholars. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He mentioned in the Quran, so therefore ask the people of knowledge if indeed you do not know. Ask the people of knowledge if indeed you do not know. And He subhanahu wa ta'ala, He didn't tell the people, so ask the one who asked them. No, rather He said, ask the people of knowledge if indeed you do not know, showing that this action should be done mubashiratan. It should be done in a physical sense, in a practical sense. It should be actually done without there being any intermediaries. Directly. Barakallahu feek.